These are tiny little organisms, but they're so abundant, they do so many interesting things that they really dictate habitability and pleasant conditions on Earth for everyone else. My name is Jeffrey Marlow. I'm an assistant professor of biology, and I run the Marlow Geomicrobiology Lab. We've been around since 2020, and we're mostly trying to understand how microbes are influencing the environment. We think about this in terms of extreme locations on Earth and the possibility of life beyond Earth as well. A microbe is a single-celled organism. We mostly think of these as the bacteria and the archaea. These are two of the three domains of life. Humans and all the animals you see are in that third domain, the eukaryotes. So the microbes are the little ones, they're the metabolically interesting ones, and they're the organisms that inhabit pretty much every corner of our planet. These microbes are so metabolically diverse that they can do all kinds of things that animals can't. So they can breathe metals, they can make methane, they can consume methane. They really are the sort of biogeochemical operating system of our planet. So a few things we've discovered so far over these last few years. One, we went on a research expedition off the coast of Chile, and we discovered a few different methane seeps, these places on the seafloor, methane's coming out of the ocean, and no one had really seen these before. So we were connecting the dots in terms of the global biodiversity at these methane seeps. Another study we've had has looked at these hypersaline lakes in Canada. These have a type of salt that is not very common. Most seawater and salt water on Earth is made up of sodium chloride. This one has a different type of salt that is really hard for life to deal with, but it seems that some of these microbes have found a way to do so. One of my favorite samples we have in the lab is a chunk of the Mid-Cayman Rise hydrothermal vent. This is the deepest and hottest hydrothermal vent that we know about, and as this chemically distinct fluid shoots out of the seafloor, it oxidizes, turns to rust, essentially. Our question was if anything is still living inside of these rocks. And it turns out the answer is yes. Some people have found life in the fluids and vent coming out of the seafloor. No one else had looked at the microbes inside the rocks until this study. I think our goal moving forward is to keep piecing together this really complicated story between microbes, their habitat, and the geosphere. If we hope to understand how the Earth works and how it's responding to the enormous changes that it's undergoing, the microbes have to be front and center in that story.